We're here at Miami Palmetto Senior High School for another AutoNation Scholar Athlete of the Month presentation with Robert Lugo. And just to show you how smart he is, we had to pull him out of an AP test just to do this interview. How'd you do on the test?
I think I did pretty well.
I think you did pretty well. Yeah. All right, so this kid's pretty smart. He'll be attending Florida. He played lacrosse, so hence the Scholar Athlete. Plays defense, but we always like to start with the academics. Tell everybody a little bit about what's your course load like, how many AP classes you take, and then brag a little bit about your GPA.
All right, well, over the past 4 years, I've taken about 14 AP courses. I'm currently in differential calculus. And GPA, I have a 5.8. I was awarded AP Scholar with distinction last year. And I look forward to keep getting high scores on APs.
Nice. So with that many AP classes, I feel like you're probably going to enter your freshman year of college not as a freshman. Is that right? I have a hunch on that?
Probably. I think I'll be probably entering as like a sophomore or maybe a junior.
But maximize your years in high school and maximize your years in college. Don't get out right away. What is you're into the sciences, right?
Yeah.
So what do you want to study at Florida?
I want to probably study biomedical engineering.
And where does that that's way out of my realm of reality. So where does that take us?
Basically help designing and manufacturing all the different equipment like surgeons will use.
Yeah, I was to say, how did you where'd you find your interest in that?
Well, I've always liked science and I've always liked medicine, and I'm pretty good at math, so they kind of just fell together.
Okay, so some would say, we might drop the nerd label on you a little bit, but you're also an athlete and one of the better athletes on the team. You play for the lacrosse team. How'd you pick up lacrosse? I mean, it's becoming more common, but still probably finding its way. How'd you fall in love with lacrosse?
Well, I was lucky enough to have a cousin who was introduced to the game and started playing, and he introduced me to the game, and I instantly fell in love and just kept playing with it.
Now, we were talking before, defenseman got the big long stick, you were protecting the goalie, the back end, but you didn't start off on defense. No. You were an attackman. Why'd you move to defense?
Well, I've always liked playing defense. It's just fun to be able to break down, play on other players, and just be a solid part of the team, and just defense wins games. They win championships. And
what's the stat? Your coach told me the stat, but I'm not all familiar with the lacrosse lingo. What's that stat you're most proud of? He said like over 200 something or others.
Probably ground balls.
Right.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's basically lacrosse is constantly like moving and in motion, and there's never stopping. So when the ball's on the ground, gets knocked out of the air, or you check somebody and they lose the ball, you got to be able to get to it first, pick it up, and take it down to the other side of the field.
So over 200 scoops, getting it off the ground, going the other way.
Yeah.
All right. Now, how did the lacrosse team do this year?
We did pretty well. This year we were able to win our district, and sadly we lost though in the first round of regionals.
All right. Now finally, last two questions. So with that GPA, with all those AP classes, I'm sure you got some other bright scholar. You got to have scholarships coming your way. Where are you going to take all that? Where are you going to be going to school?
I'm going to be going to University of Florida.
So you're just going to go out and have a good time?
Yeah. Lacrosse
is done?
Actually, UF does have a club team, and I probably will play for fun.
Oh, very cool. And the last thing is, we always give the money from AutoNation. We give it back to the school in your name. So unfortunately, we got enough scholarships and you got enough AP courses. You're good. Who couldn't use the money, right? But anyways, I think it's pretty cool. The money goes to the school and it goes to the lacrosse team. So at least at least your efforts on the lacrosse team earn your team a little bit of cash to help them with the next season. I always ask this question. Doesn't mean you're going to get the ability to do this, but if you had the final say in how that money would be used, how would you use it?
I'm really happy it's going to the team actually, because our lacrosse team here is actually self-funded. We don't really get much help from the school. So all the money is really going to be really helpful in helping refurbish all the helmets, getting new jerseys, and just helping the team for next year.
Well, awesome. We love doing this. It's been a vital part of what we've done for the last 3 or 4 years. Our AutoNation Scholar Athlete of the Month, Robert Lugo, Miami Palmetto Senior High School, 5'8", biomechanical engineering on the lacrosse team, and we'll see you at the luncheon in June. And a very heartfelt congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Awesome, bro.